Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Melanie. This is your girl Melanie, and you know what? This video is in response to the Bronze Goddess's video, her Strawberry Letter number 50 video, where she talks about a woman who's being battered and is not getting out of the relationship or chooses to stay in the relationship. And I just want to say a few words. I'm not going to make this a long, drawn-out video. I'm just, you know, I was in a relationship, let's see, I got in the relationship 2004. By 2006, I knew it was a bad relationship. He would talk to me like, he wouldn't say nice things to me. He was mean to me, and I allowed him to be mean to me, and I listened to all of those awful things he was saying about me. So I knew in 2006 that it wasn't a good relationship, but I did not get out. I stayed in the relationship. But one thing I did do was find a support group, and it's called Codependence Anonymous. And also you need to find a battered woman's network. That's what I did. And I have to say, I did both of these things. I went to the CODA meetings, I went to the battered women's support group, and I did not get out right away. I stayed in the relationship until we broke up in 2010. So that's not too long ago. And it's really sad because I became a totally different person. When he met me, I was independent, on my own, free spirit. I was driving a car, had my own apartment. You know, I was just doing it, you know. And but when I met him, those things slowly started to change. Of course, I had my apartment, but I wasn't as independent. I wasn't as free-spirited. You know, he would talk down. He would say mean things to me, and I started to buy into those mean things. I started to believe those mean things, and I started taking those things on. You know, it was a heavy weight on my shoulders. And but still, I stayed in the relationship, and he would beat me up, and then he would buy me a really nice gift, and you know, he would take me shopping, or we would have a good weekend, and I would say, oh, okay, it's gonna get better now because we had this great weekend, and he was nice to me this weekend, so I know that we're gonna be okay. We're not gonna break up. I know we're gonna be okay. And then, you know, the very next week, he would talk down to me, or scream at me, or yell at me, or just verbally abuse me, and then he would physically abuse me, and I would still stay in it. Well, in, what was it? I think it was April, or no, it was March, somewhere around then, within the first 4 months of 2010, that I had finally decided that I had had enough. I finally got sick and tired of being sick and tired of this fool. So I just, you know, I just didn't say goodbye or anything like that. I just stopped taking his phone calls, didn't listen to his emails, did any forms of communication that he would try to reach out to get in touch with me. I would not respond. So there was no heated, I'm leaving you and blah, blah, blah. No, it was just all of a sudden one day he realized that he couldn't talk to me anymore because I wasn't taking his calls. So I urge you to do something like that, because sometimes when you tell someone you're going to leave them and they are your batterer or they are your abuser, they will do anything to make you stay. So, you know, I would get a restraining order. I would document the abuse. I would go to a battered woman's support group. I would go to a CODA meeting and find support from people who understand what you're going through, where you can share your story and you can hear their stories. And it does help. And it took me from 2006 to 2010, you know, after being in these groups, to really get it and get sick and tired of being sick and tired. But eventually I did get out. And hopefully it won't take you 4 years to get out. Hopefully after seeing this video and reading all the comments in this video that the Bronze Goddess has done for you, it'll start sinking in that maybe you should move on. But no one can tell you to move on. I could tell you until I'm blue in the face all of these things that I did and all of the things that you should do, and you could read it all in the comments and all of that. And like the bronze goddess said, she would take you to a cemetery, or or schedule an intervention, or all of those things. My family loved me, and you know what? I stayed in that relationship. There was nothing anyone could do for me but me, and that was decide to get out of the relationship. And I look forward to hearing you respond to the bronze goddess saying that you got out alive and that you're happy, you're healthy, and you're grateful. I look forward to seeing that video from the bronze goddess. But until then, be strong, be safe, as safe as you can, and keep God close. All right, good luck. Bye.